Hi everybody, Cheryl coming to you from the Ladies Garden and Home. It's planting day. I'm finally going to get some of the seedlings I started over the winter planted outside, so I hope you join me. Well, I don't know about where you live, but where I live in Southwest Connecticut, it has been a long, cold, lonely winter, and here comes the sun. The seedlings that I started over the winter, some of them are not ready to go outside yet. We're still expecting some frost temperatures, and but hopefully not any more deep freezes. It's the end of March, and these are the seedlings I'm going to plant up today. And I sowed them on February 1st, and they're my escarole and a bunch of different lettuces. And the first place I'm going to plant this year is in the GreenStalk. As you can see, it's pretty empty. I think I only have 2 sage plants in there. We cleaned it out, and I'm going to plant it up, and I'm very excited because I love doing my leafy greens in the GreenStalk. Before I go and plant something out, there's a couple of factors that I really have to consider if the timing is right. One is the temperature. So for the lettuce, they're very cold tolerant, but they're not really freeze tolerant. So they can handle the frost. And I think at this point here, it's the end of March, I'm pretty sure that we've got all of the chances of a really hard freeze have passed, and I'm not worried about frost with them. And the other thing that I really think about is the size of the plants. So these I started on February 1st, and as you can see, they've got a bunch of their true leaves have already come on. They're a couple of inches high, and they can survive a transplant at this point. I sowed a little bit different, and you can tell the difference in the size. Some people transplant at this size. I find that I don't really have as much luck when I do that, but I think those are ready. And the other thing I want to make sure of is that I harden them off sufficiently. And the lettuce has been living here in the mini greenhouse with the plastic up. So in other words, exposed to the wind and the elements for at least a week. So I think that they're plenty hardened off. And if you're not quite sure what hardened off means, it's the process of acclimating your seedlings to the outside. So if they were strictly inside this whole time, what I would do is the first day, I would bring them outside and let them sit in a shady area or an overcast day, and let them stay outside maybe an hour, and then I'd bring them back inside the house. Then the next day, I would expose them to 2 hours. And then the day after that, 4 hours. Get them accustomed to the sun, get them accustomed to the wind. It builds them up very nice and strong, and then they're ready to be planted outside without too much shock. And of course, at this time of year, you can also direct seed. In other words, just sow it directly into the soil, or in this case, a pocket of the GreenStalk. And I'm going to be doing that shortly, actually, so that I have a succession of lettuce. So when these are ready and maybe done, the other ones will be coming up, and I'll have a succession of lettuces. I want to apologize for the background noise, but I have some neighbors who are cutting down a tree, and I hope you can't hear it, but it's a little distracting from, oh, there you go. There it is. And here is the potting soil that I'm using. It's a combination of spent potting soil from old containers from last year that I mixed up just to kind of bulk it up, some of my homemade compost, a couple of handfuls of worm castings, and I'm going to add in here some stuff to make it a little bit fluffier. I've got some vermiculite that'll kind of soften it up. And some perlite. And this actually helps water retention in the soil. And I'm going to add some of this Garden Tone organic dry fertilizer. It's just a general purpose fertilizer. But I'm mixing it right into the potting soil here. And I'm just going to mix that up. Okay, it's all mixed up, and I've pre-moistened it as well. It's a little heavy, but this is a good consistency for planting into. And if you're not aware of what GreenStalks are, they're these towers, and they're made here in the United States. And what it is, it's 7 pockets around each circle, and there's 7 tiers. So there's 49 pockets, or pots if you want to, you know, the size of a pot. And this is the one with the smaller pockets that are really meant for the leafy greens, which is why I got this. I really wanted to do my lettuces and spinach and that kind of thing in here because I don't like bending over to pick. It hurts my back, and this has really saved me. And plus it's right up on the deck off of my kitchen, so I can come out here and pick very, very fresh lettuce for salads whenever I want. And each pocket has, you know, quite a bit of depth to it. And then this is the reservoir for water. Mine's very dirty right now. They sell these new covers now. I should look into getting it. And then you water from the top here, and then the water drips down all the way to the bottom. And they do take quite a bit of water. I throw about 2 gallons in here in the morning. This is in the heat of summer. And 2 gallons again at night. And I just wait for it to start dripping out the bottom. And this is on wheels. They also have, sorry about my shadow. And this is on wheels. So you can turn it, which I do often so that it can get sun on all sides. When I first set it up, I used a number of bags of soil. I can't remember, I can't tell you right now how many there were. But it does take quite a bit of soil at first, but then this was 3 years ago, and I've not replaced the soil. I just refresh it with that mix that I just showed you. And I loosen these up because they can get a little compacted. So I'm going to loosen these up before I add the fresh potting mix to it. Oh, and this is just a handy dandy spurtle. Oh, I have a little something growing in here. I'm thinking this might be lettuce that blew off of the plants when they went to seed. So we're going to keep some of them in here and see what happens. If it's just weeds, I'll pull them later. But I'm not going to plant into that pocket. It sure did get windy. Turn the other side. You know, 49 pockets, that's like a lot of pots. It's going to be a lot of lettuce. I'm probably going to be giving away a lot of lettuce. Anyway, but in the summer, after the lettuce is done and after, you know, they've gone to flower and then to seed, I'll leave some in probably to collect the seeds for next year. But then I plant things like basil, patio tomatoes. You can put in, you know, I could, if I wanted to, I could put strawberries in here. You know, just about anything that you grow in the garden, you can grow in here. And if you get the ones with the deeper pockets, you could grow squash, you could grow peppers. So anyway, but I'm concentrating on my leafy greens, especially for the spring. And I'm just using a small mug so it doesn't make too much of a mess. And I'm just top dressing the pockets with the soil. This is one of these 60 cell trays that I got from Charles Dowding's website. I'll link that below as well. It's great for just starting seeds and then up-potting them into bigger pots as their roots grow. But for the lettuce, actually I had transplanted the lettuce into these because they were crowded. But because they're ready so early to go get planted, it's kind of perfect for lots of greens. And you just poke your finger through here, which with the glove on isn't working. Oh, see, it just pops right up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually plant for most of them 2 per pocket. I think there's enough room for them. I only did 1 per pocket last year, and I think that there was extra room. So, and with my little handy spurtle, I'm going to just make a hole that's about the same size as the hole they're going to come out of. So we see some nice root development here, but that's not overcrowded. I'm just going to pop it in. And I'm not going to care too much about which varieties. So I'm not even going to worry about tags. Make sure it's standing up straight, and then I'm firming it in. And I like to make a tiny little well around the seedling for the water to collect. Because even though I told you water from the top, that's when they're established. Their roots are too small right now, I found, for the GreenStalk to thoroughly soak the pockets. Once the roots start really growing, their roots go down to find the water. But for now, until they're much more mature, I'm going to be watering them by just a regular watering can. Okay, well, I planted that whole flat. The single ones are actually the escarole because that one gets a little bit bigger than the lettuces do. So I did those only a single one in each pocket. And I still have some empty pockets, actually a lot of empty pockets. So that entire tray didn't even fill this GreenStalk, but it's mostly full, but it's good. I have a little extra room there so I can pop in some spinach, some Swiss chard when they're ready. And now it's time to water. So like I told you about, filling it on the top, when they're this small, their roots aren't going to get the moisture that they need. So I'm just going to water with by hand, and I actually added about, I would say, 2 capfuls of this AgriThrive organic liquid fertilizer. I like this. I don't think it smells bad, so I can use it inside the house or outside. And I'm just going to give them a little bit of, I don't need that thing. I'm going to give them a little bit of fertilizer just to get them started, because it's going to take a while for that granular dry fertilizer to get to them. So they'll still just, and I don't need a lot of water here because they're still tiny. Don't want to drown them, but I will be coming out here every day to check on them. And you could see here the little well that I made around the seedling. You can see how the water pools right up and gets straight down to its roots that way. Well, yay, I can cross that off my to-do list. Finally, I am very excited to finally get that done. I'm looking forward to planting more things with you through the season, and I hope you join me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, and I hope you share it, and I hope you subscribe and watch our videos coming up in the future. And I just want to remind you that at the end of this video, I'm going to have a nice little clip of my lady in loving memory, so I hope you watch to the end. She passed in January, and she was a big part of this channel, so I like to keep her with us. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and from the Ladies Garden and Home, enjoy your gardening journey. Bye! You taking a bow. Ooh, nice yoga stretch. Yes. Say hi, everybody. Say goodbye, lady. Lady, come on, say goodbye. Say goodbye. All right, well. Lady says goodbye.